Grant, Robbie Gotts, your first signing of the summer. How pleased are you to get this one done?
Yeah, delighted. He's a player that we've obviously kept an eye on for a few years. He's been excellent at Barrow, really good in terms of what he's brought that team, and I've been a big admirer of him. His energy, him as a person, his energy, his bite, his aggressiveness to get after the ball when he loses it, and also his ability to create and score goals is going to be a massive help for us next season.
He can do a bit of everything in Middle Park, can't he?
He can, and he's a perfect character to bring into the group as well. And I always speak about characters. He's got that, in abundance, and he's, like I said, a perfect fit for us.
He's had a great grounding initially at Leeds with, the coaches that he worked under there, but then to go and play as many games as he has over these last few years, he's an experienced player for somebody who's in the mid-20s.
Absolutely, and he's still young enough to go again, and he's one of the reasons why we brought him in. A lot of clubs after him, as you'd imagine, when he's obviously left Barrow on a free transfer. But once I made the call to him and his representatives, it was he was here within a shot, and I'm really pleased with that. He's coming into a really good group. He's coming into a changing room that's got the bit about them, and Robbie's looking forward to joining the boys.
It's a step up for him. A lot of his experience has been at League 2 level, but you're obviously confident that he's more than capable of making
that. Absolutely. I mean, he's been outstanding. Only this last season, he's won all the awards: Player of the Year, Players Player of the Year, all that's Fans Player of the Year, and that doesn't surprise me, because we've watched him a lot this season. We've got numerous scout reports on him. Watched him myself, seen him how he played against us, and I've always, like I said, was impressed with how the Barrow midfield worked, and he was right at the height of that. So I'm delighted to get him.
You'll back yourself and your staff to help bring him on as well, haven't you? Because you've seen yourself with the players who've been playing at National League level that you've brought on and really kicked on, like I saw in Bailey, George, Broadbent. This is kind of the next wave of that as you make the step up yourself. Yeah,
absolutely. And we want to bring players that we feel are capable of having us in a good place next year in League One, and Robbie will certainly do that. He'll be coming in to fight hard for his place. What we know of him, he's such a fit lad. His energy is going to be hugely important to us, and the fact that he can play in all three of the positions in midfield. He's flexible in terms of 6, 8, 10. He's, like I say, he's a perfect fit for us.
That competitiveness across the team, but particularly in the middle of the park, were massive for you this last season, and you want more of the same again.
Yeah, and the boys in there that we have already are all improving. They're all getting better all the time, and I think the next league again, you'll see a step up and improvement from them again, and we're hoping Robbie does that as well. Well, we know he'll do that. We like I say, we have a clear thinking in terms of what we want to do and who we want to bring into this football club. Robbie's a brilliant start for us, and we'll keep trying to improve.
We spoke only the other day about recruitment and how you wanted to do what you did last year and get the vast majority of it done before start of pre-season. This is not a bad start, a couple of weeks into the summer.
Yes, and hopefully we start as we mean to go on. It's difficult at this moment in time. There's a lot of clubs that are not, particularly if we want to bring anybody in for a loan, a lot of clubs not really biting as such, but a message to the clubs that we've spoken to is, look, we won't hang about. If it's not going to happen, we'll move on to our next target, and we'll try and keep ourselves, nice and strong for when we come back on the 25th of June. Because for me, it's so important, the camaraderie that we can set, the standards, our goals, what can we achieve next season. That starts as soon as the players comes back, and when you have players coming in 3-4 weeks into that, it's difficult. It really is, and it's difficult for the player as well, because the group was already set in and in the plan that they've sort of way set for them. But this is not the case with Robbie. He'll be ready to hit the ground running when we get back.
Fantastic start for you.
Brilliant start, and I'm looking forward to working with him on the training ground first and foremost, getting him out there in front of our fans, and I'm sure our fans will be excited when they see him.